Like Mr. McDermott said, for showing up today and a lot of support for one of our student athletes. We take a lot of pride in what we're trying to accomplish here at St. John Bosco High School, not only in terms of our academic success, but also our athletic success. Malik Dorton is a prime example of that. He's done a tremendous job in the classroom, in his community, as well as in our football program to put himself in position to be able to choose from a lot of great universities out there. Before Malik makes his decision and you have an opportunity to speak and ask him questions about how he reached his decision, he's thought about this. He's really confided in his coaches and his family and his friends to try to make the best decision for him. And we're really excited for him and his opportunities that he's going to have in the future. I'd like to thank all the recruiters and all the schools that came forward to try to recruit Malik and kind of spend some time with our student athletes. We're a very fortunate program where we have a lot of players that are going to have Division I opportunities, and Malik is no different. If we have to continue to do this in the future, we would like you guys to continue to support us and come to these events, and anything that we can do in a program to help your role in the media to try to expose our program or to try to put us out there in a positive light, we'd like to continue to do that. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Malik and let him have an opportunity to announce his decision and let you know how he came about that. Malik Dorton.
Okay, first off, before I announce my decision, I would like to thank all the programs that recruited me. It's been a wonderful opportunity that you guys presented to me. I would like to thank, my family, coaches, Coach Negro, position coaches, Coach Diaz, Coach Mia, and, thank all my fellow teammates for coming out and showing me love and support. On that note, school I'll be attending next year, University of Southern California.
All right. If you guys have any questions, I'll call on you. Just raise your hand. I'll call on you, and then you can ask Malik or myself or anybody if you have any questions. So, anybody first like to go?
Okay, I'll go.
Yes, sir.
First question. It seemed as though UCLA might have been the school of choice earlier in the spring. They offered you a scholarship. They got after you a little earlier than USC. I guess talk about just not committing right then and there and waiting a little bit and kind of seeing what other options you have.
Well, first off, I just kind of looked at it as an academic standpoint. You can't go wrong with a USC degree. You'll be set for life. And then I just kind of looked at it from a scheme standpoint. I fit in better at SC than I would at UCLA.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
What's your relationship like with Clancy Pendergast? How has it developed since he got there, and how much of a factor was that as you're looking to play defense there?
Well, it's just a relationship in the making. I've spoken to him a few times, but the coaches that I really have relationships with is Coach Kiffin and Coach Ogeron.
Anybody else?
How nice is it to get this decision out of the way with the football season coming up, you guys being ranked nationally and the big season ahead?
Well, it gives me a chance to really sit down and focus with my team and what we have going on here, and just really focus on some of the other programs that are out there that's recruiting me as well.
Does the recruiting process completely end for you at this point, or is there a chance that you go ahead and take official visits and do some other things maybe after the football season?
It's not over. I'll still take a few visits to the schools that I have high interest other than USC. So the process isn't completely over.
Any schools already kind of penciled in?
Yes. I know Washington and Arizona State is two other schools.
Anybody else?
Just Jason, what's it like to have this kind of class coming together here at Bosco and have so much talent on your roster?
I mean, it's great for a coach, because it makes things a lot easier, obviously, but the expectations are just much more higher, from the school community or, everybody out there. We're just blessed to have athletes like Malik and the rest of the guys that we have, and they've really handled it well. That's kind of the most rewarding thing that I've seen as a coach, is the way these young guys have handled all this press, and it's a lot different than when I was even in high school on, you know, how much more these guys are covered and how much more they're scrutinized, their daily actions or the way they are on the field or off the field. And it's great to have that opportunity, and without their talents and what they've been able to do for our program, we wouldn't have that national exposure. And right now, you know, we are fortunate enough to be ranked, but those are preseason rankings, and we talk about it all the time. Now we have to go out and deliver. So,
Jason, I think it's fair to say that Malik was an athlete that you had to mold into a football player. How did you go about that process to get him?
Yeah, Malik's a great story. You know, when he came to us, he came as a wide receiver, you know, and he was playing some receiver in the summer, and, you know, he was kind of lengthy and skinny at the time. And then that year, he was, as a sophomore, we were really low on defensive linemen. And I think at one point we were starting 4 sophomores up front and even playing a 5th and a 6th. And Malik was a wide receiver, and we got ready to play our 4th game of the year against La Habra. And Coach Diaz and Coach King, our defense coordinator and D-line coach, said, you know, let's put Malik's hand in the dirt and see what he can do. And he just went nutty that night, you know, at La Habra. And Coach Ogeron was there, I believe, that night. And from that day forward, they really started coming forward and saying, man, this guy can really do some special things. And from that day forward, Malik really bought into the position change, wasn't worried about being a skill position guy anymore, and really crafted you know, his skill set to do what he's able to do. And I don't think if he would have stayed at the receiver's position, he would have these opportunities. And that's kind of a testament to him to be willing to change. All right. Anything else? If you guys want to spend some time afterwards and speak to Malik one-on-one, you're more than welcome to do that. We'd like to welcome you to any type of signing events we have in the future, or verbal commitments. We'll continue to keep you guys in the loop. Other than that, thank you guys very much for showing up today. I'd like to thank all our players and faculty and administration that have shown up today to support Malik and his adventure for the future. And hopefully you young guys, you know, see that the opportunities that Malik has, it's because he was a great student and did everything that he was supposed to do in the classroom first, and then the field took care of itself. So thank you very much, and see you guys next Friday night. We're at Dominguez, 7 o'clock on August 30th.